A chromatic revolution, the rise of Technicolor and the color of modern cinema. In an era when black and white was the world's language of motion, a new color spoke louder. Technicolor, born from the ambition of early innovators and forged in the crucible of war, would paint Hollywood's skyline with hues that still echo today. The birth of color. The story begins in 1915, when two Massachusetts Institute of Technology graduates, Herbert Kalmus and Daniel Frost Comstock, co-founded the Technicolor Motion Picture Corporation. Their first patent, a simple two-color process that combined red and green light to produce a limited palette. But color was not yet the jewel it would become. It was an embryonic idea, clashing with the practicalities of filmmaking, cameras, lenses, and the very film stock itself. The war years and Technicolor's turn. The outbreak of World War II thrust color into the political arena. The U.S. government saw in Technicolor not just entertainment, but a tool to rally morale. In 1941, the three-color Technicolor process was refined and commercialized for feature films. It required a special camera that ran a beam splitter through three strips of film, one sensitive to red, one green, one blue. The result? A saturated world where sunsets glowed like molten gold and war-torn landscapes gained a haunting realism, as depicted in such films as John Ford's The Battle of Midway, 1942. Hollywood's greatest epics, Gone with the Wind, Singing in the Rain, and The Wizard of Oz, breathed in Technicolor, becoming cultural touchstones. Alfred Hitchcock's early color experiments, Think Rope, 1948, and Dial M for Murder, 1954, used Technicolor to heighten suspense, proving that hue can be as unsettling as plot. The haunting aesthetic. Technicolor's palette carried an emotional weight. Its vivid reds whispered danger. Its deep blues spoke of longing. In the post-war era, filmmakers used these colors to underscore themes of hope and disillusionment. The process was laborious and expensive, which meant that every Technicolor frame was a deliberate choice, an act of visual poetry. Directors became painters of light. Transition to modern practices. With the advent of digital cinematography in the late 1990s, Technicolor's mechanical rig gave way to algorithms, yet the legacy endured. Today's filmmakers borrow from Technicolor's bold palettes. Think of La La Land or the Grand Budapest Hotel. Color grading software now lets us replicate that saturated look with a single click, but the principle remains. Color tells a story. Moreover, the color theory taught in film schools, balance, contrast, symbolism, originated from those early experiments. The Technicolor era taught us that color is not decorative, but narrative. Contemporary echoes and ethical reflections. In an age of hyper-realism, some critics argue that the very saturation once celebrated feels overblown. Yet filmmakers continue to harness Technicolor's spirit, using color to evoke memory, to create a feel that digital clarity sometimes lacks. Ethically, the history of Technicolor is intertwined with propaganda. The very same tools that painted hope were used to glorify war. Modern creators must ask, what stories are we coloring, and for whom? From the dusty laboratories of early cinema to the polished studios of Hollywood's present, Technicolor has left an indelible impression on our visual culture. Its rise taught us that color is not just a technical detail. It is emotion in motion. So, the next time you watch a film and feel the world tilt toward a certain shade, remember, that hue may be the echo of 100 years of color, science, ambition, and artistry. If you enjoyed this journey through Technicolor's legacy, hit like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss another chapter in film history. Drop your thoughts on color in cinema in the comments below.